thy violence against thy brother Jacob, shame shall cover thee, and thou shalt be cut off from it forever. In the day that thou stoodest on the other side, and the day that thy strangers carried away captive the forces and foreigners entered into thy gates, and cast lots on Jerusalem, even thou was as one of them. But thou shouldest not have looked on the day of thy brothers, the day of thy brother, in the day that he became a stranger. Neither shouldest thou have rejoiced over thee, the children of Judah, in the day of their destruction. Neither shouldest thou have spoken proudly in the day of distress. All right, first and foremost, I'm going to give all praises to Yahweh,
Hashem, Yahushai, Hashem, Kakodash.
and big double honors to the elder apostles of GMS and who the truth resides. Peace and blessing to you brothers and that's out here preaching this truth and risking your lives to do so. And you few Akwaf that's listening and learning and being blessed, whatever Yahweh Shah may find your hands to do. All right, this is Hashem Yasha'Allah from Indianapolis camp, accompanied by my son.
Shamaria.
All right, and he's here joining me with the ongoing series that we have in our camp, Violence Against Our Brother Jacob. Okay, and I was watching a video. This video that I just borrowed from the brother is in our camp. I borrowed a clip from him about slavery. And slavery, we're most familiar with the transatlantic slave trade. Okay, but there was many forms of many other nations that enslaved us, which I want to touch on, namely Ishmael. All right, now we know that Ishmael dealt in flesh long before the transatlantic slavery and everything, but it's actually in the scriptures that says that what he dealt in flesh. All right, so you got something?
The Genesis?
Read that in Genesis first.
Okay. This is Genesis 37, 28. Genesis 37, 28.
Mm-hmm.
Start up a little bit. 22. Genesis 37, 22. And Reuben said unto them, shed no blood, but cast him into the pit that is in the wilderness, and lay no hand upon him, that he might rid him out of their hands, to deliver him to his father again. And it came to pass that Joseph was come unto his brethren, and that they stripped Joseph out of his coat, his coat of many colors that was on him, and they took him and cast him into the pit, and the pit was empty, and there was no water in it. And they sat down to eat bread, and they lifted up their eyes and looked, and behold, a company of Ishmaelites came from...
Ishmaelites is Ishmael, which would be the modern day Arabs today. Okay, go ahead.
Okay. It says, then the company of Ishmaelites came from Galilee. Gilead, Salakia. Came from Gilead with their camels bearing spicery and balm.
And that's beautiful, because I'm going to attach a video after this, which is basically a documentary. I let my son listen to it. I'm going to attach it to this. And that's exactly what they dealt in spice. Matter of fact, their slavery, they dealt in flesh and spicery. I think Zanzibar was like the headquarters, and they were saying, so the scriptures is on point. Okay. Go ahead.
Spicery and balm and myrrh, going to carry it down to Egypt. And Judah said unto his brethren, what profit is it if we slay our brother and conceal his blood? Come, and let us sell him to the Ishmaelites, and let not our hand be upon him. So it was common knowledge that they were people of trade.
Yeah.
They didn't have any boundaries of what they traded. They traded goods, spices, animals, people.
Yeah, and so to validate, so slavery was a necessary thing, because it played into prophecy. Matter of fact, my son just hit on what did you say it earlier?
About what?
You said okay, because he was Ishmael was already dealing in flesh. Okay, so the scriptures also talk about because this is not related to. We're just basically breaking this down to show that Ishmael always dealt in slavery, so that's been prevalent. And in that video, you will see that they was dealing in slavery throughout the scriptures and on beyond. Mm-hmm. Okay, but when Esau got into slavery, it was necessary because it was prophecy.
Oh, earlier.
Pertaining back to Deuteronomy.
Okay.
So everything, all our captivity was, which proves that we're them people.
I'm gonna get. I'm gonna read them and finish this. I'm gonna get that.
Okay,
Judah, conceal his blood. That's off at 27. Come and let us sell him to the Ishmaelites, and let not our hand be upon him, for he is our brother and our flesh, and his brother and his brethren were content.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and that was prophecy too, because even though his brothers did that, it was prophecy. So that's the same thing that like we're doing now. When we go out on the highways, byway, the things I mentioned that I think at camp or either on a video or something. I think when we was all doing the video the other day, everything because it's back to the scripture. I think Matazal quoted it. No, you can do nothing against the truth before the truth. Mm-hmm. Just like the guy that put up the video, Apostle Tahar had posted up. That nigga's totally bugged out, man. Mm-hmm. But I say one of the brothers brought that scripture out here. But you need damnable heresies to come up because that shows what we're at the end.
Shows prophecy.
It's gonna be, and that was fucking bugged. That he pulled that shit straight out of his ass, nigga. What the Lord talking about? I watched it this morning.
Said when the Lord said a womb, it's not talking about a womb.
Bro, that was straight bug, bro. I mean,
the way the womb is your mind.
Oh my God! But see, like I said, it's more evils that will come than that. You gonna have niggas just straight tripping, man.
Bro, and your feet is your hands.
Yeah, bro.
And your head is your feet.
And you got people, you go ahead, brother. You right. Go ahead.
It said, and there it says in verse 28. Then there passed by Midianites, merchantmen, and they drew and lifted up Joseph out of the pit and sold Joseph to the Ishmaelites of 20 pieces of silver, and they brought Jacob unto Egypt, which is also prophecy because Jacob had to go to Joseph had to go into Egypt, mm-hmm. so that the Israelites could go into Egypt, which talks about the 400 years of slavery. Mm-hmm. But jumping from there, because the slave trade that the Ishmaelites put upon Israelites, they walked into Arabia.
That's what you said.
I said they walked into Arabia. So Deuteronomy 28 and 60 had to happen, or Esau had to, put us into slavery because Deuteronomy 28 and 68 had to happen. But it all shows you that Ishmael had a hand in it too. Ishmael did just as bad, if not even worse, than Esau.
Mm-hmm. I guess so.
And then I think the guy said that in the documentary, in the 20-minute documentary, he said, we don't want to compare evils, but we just want to go over some different things that they did to the blacks. In slavery, because Esau didn't go. Jake didn't have to go through castrating and stuff like that.
Because that's what stirred this video up, because Esau, we know what Esau did. Mm-hmm. But them fucking Ishmaelites, oh man, when you brothers see that video, man, if you brothers hadn't seen it, that shit, bro, them motherfuckers, they was brutal, man. Because they didn't want, and matter of fact, I always wondered that. Now we know Jake is over there in the Arab countries, but I remember back in the day they was showing Jake over there, and they was kicking him. They was making him wash cars and shit. And they was kicking Jake, kicking him all in the head. They was fucking him up. Mm-hmm. But them Arabs fucking hate us, man. Which that's one of the scripts I'm gonna get, because in Psalms 83, mm-hmm. who's the next one they named? It was Esau, and then the next one was Ishmael. That motherfucker hate us, bro.
Yeah.
I remember going in stores and shit, and one of their women would be in there. I would talk, man. One of the motherfuckers that was looking over the counter like, what are you doing? Bro, they hate when you talk to their women, man. They hate that shit, bro.
They hate us, and it's crazy because they hate us. One of the reasons they hate us, of course, we know why they hate us.
Yeah,
because we got the birthright.
They got the birthright, right.
But another reason they hate us because they fear us. They see we got the salt. they see they women love us. You know, they honestly hate us because they're jealous of us.
Yep.
They hate me. They hate us because they ain't us.
Yeah, ain't us, right? Let me read this because I meant to open up with this one, but that's all right. We cool. This is
Okay.
Genesis 16:8. He said, this is the angel of the Lord. Well, let me go up one.
I'm ready for you.
Okay, yeah, go ahead.
Start at
Genesis
6.
16:7.
7?
Yeah.
It says, Genesis 16:7, and the angel of the Lord found her by a fountain of water in the wilderness, by the fountain of the way of Shahar.
Sure. Yeah. Sure.
Sure. It says, and he said, Hagar, Sarah's maid, whence comest thou, and whither wilt thou go? And she said, I flee from face of my mistress Sarai. It says, and the angel of the Lord said unto her, return to thy mistress and submit thyself under her hands. And the angel of the Lord said unto her, I will multiply thy seed exceedingly, that it shall not be numbered for multitude.
Mm-hmm. And that's Ishmael's nation, man. Because it's a lot of them motherfuckers, bro.
It's
They got a lot of lands. They got
Eastern Asia, yeah. All of Eastern Asia.
all Eastern Asia, South, Arab, all them Arab countries, man. It's a lot of them. They dwell all over there, man. All right, go ahead. 11.
11, it says, and the angel, verse 11, and the angel of the Lord said unto her, behold, thou art wild child, and shalt bear a son, and shalt call his name Ishmael, because the Lord hath heard thine affliction.
Mm-hmm. Keep going.
It says, and he will be a wild man.
He will be a wild man, okay? And I looked up that word wild man, and it, let me go back to it. I want for edification's sake.
If you look at Ishmael today, his hand is upon all men.
Yeah.
He into it with everybody.
Bro, every fucking body.
Even
bro.
Even his own people,
people, yeah. Cause he and I looked up a video, man. They be drifting and shit, driving them cars. Them motherfuckers is crazy, man.
Oh yeah, even with the stories.
And then we remember a long time ago we put up somebody put up that video. And them niggas was out there shooting AKs and shit. Yeah. All of them motherfuckers are fucking nuts, man.
Yeah. Well, look at how they look. I remember the brothers that went to war, and even 2/3 that went to war, and even Edomites that went to war over there in Arabia during the surge, man, in 2001, 2002, 2003. You know.
Yeah.
They all say, man, these people are wild, man. They go to war with their wives and kids.
Yeah.
You know, they'll be shooting like the Taliban, not the Taliban, but you know the different sets, Al Qaeda, Taliban, whatever group they was fighting. If they would bring their children and their wives to go to war with them, you know, and then also they'll strap bombs to their body. You know, and then jump off of towers, man, on top of tanks, and detonate the bomb before they hit it.
Oh.
You know, they would be jumping off of buildings, you know, and it's just wild, man. You know, and then they'll the wife will strap a bomb to her, and she'll be walking with the baby and her son, and then she'll get close enough to detonate the bomb and kill her own children.
Yeah.
With the bomb, that's wild. You know.
What was it? Wild man. What's wrong with that?
Genesis 16 and 12.
Okay, 12. Okay, I got it. Yeah, this is Genesis 16 and 12.
Let me see if I can get it in the blue letter.
Yeah, I got it.
You got it, blue letter?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Okay, wild. It says,
Strong's H6501.
Padet.
Second entry.
Padet.
Pere.
Okay, it says, I read this earlier. Okay, wow. He will, a wild ass from his running, as it is very swift animal. That's not what I want. Okay, swiftness probably. Yeah, it's not what I want.
16.
No, it ain't telling me shit. They be fucking with the blue letter, man. I think it read different on my. See if you can pull it up.
Yeah, look it up.
Read something different earlier. I was on my other phone.
Says
It says from
wild
secondary-
as it's called from its running. It is a very swift animal.
I got H65, 6500 in a secondary sense, a running wild or origin. Wild ass. I said something different earlier. It said it gave me more definitions on this other one. But that's all right. All right, go ahead. Was you done with? Was that it?
That was the wild man. Yeah, but there's a point, right?
Yeah, that was the point. Yeah, because I was the one to prove that he was wild.
Well, one thing about being wild is that when you're running and you're wild ass, you can't be tamed.
You can't be tamed.
You know, so
basically that, and that's a prophecy. And then it said what? His hand would be at his neck, at every man's neck, and his brother's neck. You can't tame. Ishmael is fucking crazy, man. You want to get?
But he can't be tamed, man. Like when Esau come down with laws and like the central bank, you know, they said no. It's like no, we ain't doing that shit. So that's what brought about the 9/11.
Right.
You know, he can't be tamed. He can't be controlled. In the natural state, uncultivated. It says untamed, undomesticated, uncontrolled. See, in America, he went to all these other nations, set up central banks. But what's the one nation that said no? We don't want that.
Right.
You know. Then they took out Gaddafi. Then they took out different leaders in those different sets in that same region. You know.
Yeah.
Because what? Because they didn't want to be controlled with the rest of the world's banking system.
Mm-hmm. And he said uncultivated.
Uncultivated. All right. That was basically it.
Yeah.
Uncertain.
I'm gonna bring this out because this real quick. This is Psalm. You can go and get your next one. This is Psalms 83 and 1. I'm gonna start at 1. He said, "Keep not silent, O power, hold not thy peace, and be not still, O power. For lo, thine enemy make a tumult, and they that hate thee have lifted up the head.
Mm-hmm.
They have taken crafty counsel against thy people, and counsel against thy hidden ones.
Yep.
They have said, come, let us cut them off from being a nation." And Ishmael did that shit literally.
Well, yeah, he castrated. He castrated the young men,
bro.
What is the ratio? He said every
I'm gonna let the brother see the video because those numbers. When you add up those numbers on how many of us, because I think it was estimated that 90. I've heard 90 million was in the transatlantic slave trade. They saying there was over there, like you make the significant thing, they didn't have to be on boats. But they saying that because they had to walk through the desert. And they said thousands of them died making the trend. Basically, that's like the Trail of Tears. And that's probably where Esau got that from. Making Jake walk from different countries, different states. You know, because and that the estimate when you put how many supposed to die in the transatlantic slave trade with that, man, you talking about over like 200. You talking bro?
Holocaust, basically.
Bro, the greatest Holocaust has ever been heard of on the face of the earth, man. It's through the Israelites, man. That's why we have to be them people, man. Nowhere near the other small hats Holocaust didn't have no significance compared to this, man.
Sure.
All right. He said they have said, come and let us cut them off from being a nation. That the name of Israel may be no more.
Yep.
In remembrance, for they have counseled together with one consent. They are all confederate against thee, the tabernacles of Edom, which is the head. All right, and the Ishmaelites.
And the Ishmaelites.
Okay, so Ishmael was the second one. I don't have to read all of them, but it's just getting to the point.
Okay.
Okay, go ahead.
Jump into the Apocrypha.
Con.
One. 2 and 10. So going to I'm going to First Maccabees 2 and 10. First Maccabees 2 and 10. Started 8. Her temple has become as a man without glory. Her glorious vessels are carried away into captivity. Her infants are slain in the streets, and that was a part of the documentary. Also, was a segment where he said the people that couldn't make the journey. It was an English explorer that went to go visit, and he came back home with writings, and they read his writings, and he said, he went to go visit the camp. He said it was a bush with a woman who couldn't make the journey because she was tired and fatigued. So they took her and they killed her. But in another bush in another ditch. It was a baby.
Yeah, yep.
She was fatigued from having it, because one thing about having children, when women have children, they're real fatigued. So she couldn't make the journey because she had to carry the infant. So they took the infant by the feet and smashed his head against the bricks. Which is a scripture. You can grab it if you want, but I'll grab it.
Yeah.
But it said,
no, I got it. You go ahead and read that.
It says her infants are slain in the streets, and it had depictions. It actually had pictures of the those conquistadors, man.
No, yeah.
Taking babies out of the so-called not the so-called, but the Ephraimites, the Mexicans, and Ephraimites, Ishmael, Issachar. The Southern Kingdom, the Northern Kingdom, the so-called Hispanics, and they had women tied bound by their hands, and cutting the babies out of their stomach, man, and dashing them against stones. Pictures depicting that. Yeah, so it actually happened in history.
Yeah, I got that. I just ordered that book, Atrocities Against the West Indies, I think.
And
they were talking about them.
Conquistadors are brutal.
Yeah, they set the dogs on them.
Then you got the Southern Kingdom, Judah, Benjamin, and Levi.
Yeah.
They took the infants and they made them baby gator bait. They made them bait for alligators, man. And they got posters. They got actual posters of that, man. Gator babies. Back at verse 9. Her infants are slain in the streets, and her young men with the sword of the enemy. What nation have not had a part in her kingdom and gotten of her spoils? And that's the whole point of the lesson. Violence against thy brother Jacob. Esau has gotten us, has been violent towards us, yes, but there is no nation that hasn't had a part in her spoils. My father just got the precept in Psalms 83, and then it said the Edomites, the Ishmaelites, then the Moabites, then the Hagarites, so what nation? Ham, Moab, Ishmael, Edom, Elam. All of them had their fucking turn, man. They all gonna have to pay.
Yeah.
And Ammon.
They all gonna pay.
Yeah.
Because they all had their hand in it, man. And then the things that they did, man, they didn't have to do. As a matter of fact, I'm holding that in what's the name? But what you say? That's the one that's against the stone. That's in Isaiah, ain't it?
I believe it's in Psalms. Happy shall he be.
Yeah.
Little ones.
Yeah,
137 and 9.
Yep. This is Psalms 137 and 9.
8. 7.
Started 7. He said, remember, O Lord, the children of Edom, and the day of Jerusalem.
Yeah.
Who said, raise it.
Mm-hmm.
And that means erase. Even to the foundation thereof.
Destroy it.
Yep.
And that was every nation have said that, man. Especially I'm saying the Assyrians, during the Babylonian invasion with in the days of Jeremiah and Baruch. Yeah. They said raise it. Edom said raise it. Ishmael said raise it. So all of these nations come against us.
Yeah.
But the Lord said, remember Edom. Have Edom drink of the same cup that we had to drink of.
Right.
Go ahead.
I was trying to get it on the phone because I didn't have it on here.
Oh, what the definition?
I got it.
Oh.
Yeah, 137.
137 and 8, yep.
Yeah. All right. He said stop here. so many Bible apps. Lucky. All right.
137 and 8.
137 and 8. Yeah,
Yep.
I got to get it on it because I got a screen recording on here.
Okay.
He said, "O daughter of Babylon, who art to be destroyed, happy shall ye be that rewardeth thee as thou hast served us.
Mm-hmm.
Happy shall ye be that taketh and dasheth thy little ones against the stones."
Happy yeah, we gonna be.
Yep.
Mm.
And like I said, because they actually, when I put that clip on the end of this video, you brothers can go watch it. And he actually quoted. That's actually what he. This is just what he quoted. But they was doing it to us.
They were doing it to
So
us.
it's just recompense, man. So it's just payback.
Yep.
You know, you did it to us.
It's prophecy.
It's prophecy. Time.
Man. It's all prophecy. 'Cause
Yeah.
that's all, so at the end of the day, that's all that matters is prophecy, man. And what the prophecy says, you know, it was done unto us, so it's gonna be done back unto you.
Yeah.
You got something else?
Yeah, I'm gonna pull this in Ezekiel, and then we can close out.
Ezekiel
37. You can get it. Ezekiel
37.
Start. Yeah.
The one.
Start at the top. See what it is.
Ezekiel 37:1.
Because even what Ishmael did, you know, Ishmael, the shit that he did, man, he didn't have to do, but he furthered our afflictions.
That's right.
You know, all he had to do, man, the Lord said, look, man, take him to slavery, do what you got to do, keep him in captivity, you know. And then, look, we knew he was going to do, he was going to do it because even when we was in slavery in Egypt, what did the Lord? He said, Pharaoh made us serve with rigor. All right, so it was hard bondage.
Yeah.
So yeah, we knew he was gonna do that, but these niggas went beyond that, man.
Even now today, they serve a lot of Ishmaelites, especially when I was where I'm from in Gary. They be selling crack to the crackheads, man.
Yeah.
They don't just sell what they're supposed to sell. They don't sell gas station goods in the mini mart, but they take it as far as selling weed, selling crack,
pork,
fucking the prostitutes,
fucking
pork,
bro, and not only prostitute.
The young chicks.
I actually came in there. And a little chick, I actually looked at her like, what the fuck you doing there? Young chick, pretty as fuck, bro. Coming out the back, you know, you giving
fucking
them
our women,
blunts or whatever, doing all that. But try to talk to one of their women. Them motherfuckers hate that shit. You know, and matter of fact, I even Googled that, man. They women even coming in. They because all them other nations, man, they flocking back to it because those curses is gonna go back on them other nations, man. They're going on Esau, not on the Esau, but them other nations also. Go ahead.
It says, the hand of the Lord is upon me and carry me out in the spirit of the Lord and set me down in the midst of the valley, which was full of bones, and caused me to pass by them around about. And behold, there were very many in the open valley, and lo, they were very dry. And he said unto me, Son of man, can these bones live? And I answered, O Lord Yahweh.
Yeah, you can skip down a little bit because that's not really the point. I wanted to. But he said they have furthered our afflictions. It's down. Let me see. About
affliction.
About seven.
So I prophesied and I was commanded to prophesy and I was shaking bones. Verse 7. So I prophesied as I was commanded, and as I prophesied, there was a noise, and behold, a shaking, and the bones came together, bone to his bone. And when I beheld, lo, the sinews and the flesh came up upon them, and the skin covered them above.
You brothers know that's talking about us coming back to our coming back into our knowledge, man, who we are. You know, us waking back up, man. All right, because Ishmael is even astounded, man. The brother Eldar Yasha had said, you know, he was talking to an Arab guy in the store, and he asked him, who are we, man? And when he told him, he said, they knew they was Ishmael, and he said, yeah, we Jacob. You know, the dude had a shameful look on his face, just looked down.
Yeah, he knew.
Because they know.
They know. Years ago, we went to Sharks, and then Matazal was fucking with the guy. He was still like, bro, you said you Ishmael. He said, who are we? And the young guy was just looking. He looked at the older guy. He was like, you are Jacob.
Yeah.
You Jacob.
Yeah. And they know that. Matter of fact, I think one of the brothers said, one chick had seen him and he said, yeah, We learned this in the 4th grade. We learned this in the 3rd grade. So those other nations teach this.
Mm-hmm.
They teach who they are, man. It's only in America that they try to straight. Because I read it in Psalms 83.
Mm-hmm.
Come, let us cut them off from being a nation. They don't want
right.
you to know who you are. All right, go ahead.
Okay. It says, and the skin covered them above, but there was no breath in them. So it's symbolic of us being knowing who we are, but not being quickened with the spirit, because the breath is the quickening of the spirit.
That's right.
You know, it says, and then said unto me, then said he unto me, prophesy unto the wind, prophesy, O son of man, and say to the wind, thus saith the Lord Yahweh, come from the 4 winds, O breath, and breathe upon these slain, that they may live. So I prophesied as he commanded me, and the breath came unto them, and they lived and stood up upon their feet, an exceeding great army. That's us being quickened, you know, with the spirit of Yahweh.
37?
No, 37 and 10.
I'm sorry, son. 35, bro. I'm so sorry.
35 and what?
5, because thou has
perpetual.
Yeah, 35 and go to 4. I'm sorry. Damn, I'm reading out. I'm like, wait a minute. I'm at 35 here, 37. That was beautiful. That's cool.
Verse 34. Ezekiel 35 and 4. And I will lay thine cities waste.
Mm-hmm.
Let's start at 2.
You can start at 1. Just start at 1.
Ezekiel 35 and 1. Moreover, the word of the Lord came upon me, saying, Son of man, set thine face against Mount Seir and prophesy against it. Which Mount Seir is the habitation of Edom.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's actually the only thing the Lord gave unto Edom. It's the only thing Esau inherited was Mount Seir. He didn't inherit anything else.
Nothing else, yeah.
You know, he took everything else with his blessing.
That's right.
It says, and say unto it, thus saith the Lord Yahweh, behold, O Mount Seir, I am against thee, and I will stretch out mine hand against thee, and I will make thee most desolate. I will lay thine cities waste, and thou shalt be desolate, and thou shalt know that I am the Lord.
And that's to come. That's what's about to happen. No?
Because thou hast had a perpetual hatred.
Mm-hmm.
If I could say, it says, thou shalt know that I am the Lord, because they deny the Lord. They sit in the place of God, thinking themselves is God, because they want that birthright back.
Right.
They want to be the sons of David. They want to be like the Most High, like the scriptures say. Verse 5. Because thou hast had a perpetual hatred, and hast shed the blood of the children of Israel by the force of the sword, in the time of their calamity, in the time that their iniquity had an end.
Mm-hmm.
Therefore, as I live, saith the Lord Yahweh, I will prepare thee unto blood, and blood shall pursue thee. Sith thou hast not hated blood, even blood shall pursue thee. Keep going.
Yeah, keep going.
It says, verse 7. Thus will I make Mount Seir most desolate, and cut off from it him that passeth out, and him that returneth. And I will fill his mountains with his slain men, and in thy hills, and in thy valleys, and in all thine rivers shall they fall that are slain with the sword. And I will make thee perpetual desolations, and thine cities shall not return. Ye shall know that I am the Lord. Because thou, verse 10, it says, because thou hast said, these 2 nations and these 2 countries shall be mine, and I will possess it, whereas the Lord was there. Therefore, as I live, those 2 countries were the northern and southern kingdoms. All right, it says these two nations and these 2 countries shall be mine, and we will possess it, whereas the Lord was there. He was talking about the southern kingdom, which is Judah, Benjamin, and Levi. And he was talking about the northern kingdom, which is Ephraim on down. It says, verse 11, therefore, as I live, saith the Lord Yahweh, I will even do accordingly to thine anger, and according to thine envy, which thou hast used out of thine hatred against them. And I will make myself known among them when I have judged thee. Mm-hmm. When he gonna judge your ass, everything you gave into the Israelites, the Lord's gonna do unto you double, man.
Well, he told us.
In Revelations and in Jeremiah it said a double.
Yep,
it said, and thou shalt.
Did you pass it?
I passed it.
Thou had further thy affliction.
That was verse 5. No, it said not further thy affliction. It said in the time that their iniquity had an end.
Okay, yeah, okay.
Mm.
Yeah, okay, but that's that. But he, yeah, that was the point. That was the point. That's cool. That's cool. Go ahead, read. Go read what you finish what you was reading, and then we can close up.
Affliction.
I thought it was. I thought I read it. I got I marked it. I wrote it down. Shit. I ain't got my scriptures in order.
Hold on.
Because our affliction had an end, man. This dude wasn't supposed to do everything, you know. Even with Esau, you know, that's why he's gonna pay. So that's why he's gonna be paid. But these prophecies don't just pertain to Esau. All these nations gonna pay. They gonna pay double, man, because they all had a hand in. You know, even Russia. You know, Putin is putting out these icons and stuff now, man. But I watched a video the other day on. Them Russians they did their little dirt, man. They was killing Jake over there. They was fucking us up. You know, they didn't have to do the slave. They didn't do the slavery thing. But he had every other nation had their portion of what they have to do. You know, and Russia is that instrument of the Lord's hand, man. The Lord's gonna use him to take down America.
That's right.
Okay. All right, that's it.
This is Psalm 75 and 7.
Fine.
Psalm 75 and 7. But Yahweh is the judge. He putteth down one and set up another.
Mm-hmm.
He go put down Esau and set up Jacob. All right, it says, for in the hand of the Lord there is a cup, and it says, and the wine is red, and it is full of mixture, and he poureth out of the same, but the dregs thereof, all of the wicked of the earth shall wring them out and drink them. So the dregs is the sediments at the bottom.
That's right.
Of the wine barrel. All right, when you look at wine being made, once wine is fully fermented, you have those itty bitty pieces of particles, which is the physical, you know, of the grape, not the liquid, but the physical. So they settle at the bottom, but it's very, very bitter.
Yeah.
You know, it's extremely bitter. But you got to drink the wine, which the recompense, the payback, and you got to drink the dregs, which is the bitterness, man.
Yep.
The bitterness that comes with it. It says, but I will declare forever, I will sing praises to Yahweh of Jacob. All the horns of the wicked also will I cut off, but the horns of the righteous shall be exalted. That's it.
That's it. All right. With that, we're going to give all praises to
Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, HaKadosh.
Slacky. Hold on. Let me attach this video so you brothers can link it.
We just put it into the description. I'll for everybody listening, I'll just put it into the description box.
We're gonna put it in the description box. Okay, that's cool. All right, with that, we're gonna give all praises to Yahweh,
Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, HaKadosh.
Give honors to the elder apostles of GMS who rule well, and you Akim this preaching this truth in four corners of the earth, risking your lives to do so, and you few Aquas that's listening, learning, being blessed, whatever Yahweh Shah may find your hands to do. Till next time, Shalom.
Shalom.